and then create opportunities to connect with leaders in the field. As part of our 14 August celebrations, we choose to honor the inspiring women who are actively shaping the future of technology in Pakistan. Today, we are truly honored to have Ms. Faiza Yusuf as a speaker with us. Ms. Faiza is a software engineer with over 15 years of the. She is a serial founder with the initiatives focusing on women's economic empowerment and improving gender parity in tech. She is a multi-award winning community leader and she is the founder of the Women in Tech Pakistan and the co-founder of the Code Girls and the 𝐶𝐻𝐻. Truly an inspiration to many women. Let's welcome her. Assalamu alaikum, ma'am. How are you?
Walaikum Assalam. I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. We are truly honored and grateful to have you today.
I'm happy to be here.
Okay, ma'am. Without wasting the time, I would like to hand over to you, Virgil, to stage to you. We look forward to hear your story, your insight in rooting the tech world. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I'm just sharing my screen with all of you. My screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much, Zainab, for inviting me, and thank you so much, everyone, on being here on a weekend afternoon. I will try to make sure that this conversation is worth your time and you are able to take some notes from it, and that helps you in your career. So let's start a little bit about my kind of journey in tech, because not because I like to talk about myself, but because it's going to give you some insights into how messy this whole career business can be. Because a lot of us have heard that, you know, people go work in a company, then a few years they jump to another company, and then jump to another company, and that's how they progress in their careers. But not everybody's career is that way. So I have had a very turbulent time between in the start of my career, and then eventually right now where I am. I run a lot of organizations, but at the same time, I also work in technology development. So I have multiple lives in multiple ways. So just wanted to give you this insight that it the career doesn't have to be a straight path. It doesn't have to be something that everybody follows. Everybody has their own life circumstances, their own interest areas. So make sure that you're following things that you want to do and you are passionate about them, and you stick with it. So my journey started with computers when I was very young. I'm from a generation where I got access to internet in class 8. So it was pretty late because I'm nearing my 40s. So we were from a generation where internet was not that common. But when I was even younger and my school started to have computers, uh, it was really life changing for me in the sense that I'm somebody with dyslexia, so I have a learning disability. But computers were really easy to learn for me. Everything else was a little bit harder, but computers were really easy. And they were also really helpful in a lot of ways because I'm also a neurodiverse individual. So I have ADHD. So computers were really, really fascinating. And also, they made my life a lot easier. And when the internet came, and a lot of, you know, I'm somebody who likes to do a lot of things and I have a lot of interest in life. So, internet also gave me that kind of access to a lot of different things that I wanted to do in life. So, that started my passion for getting into computer science. And I have no other career option. I just wanted to study computer science, and that is it. I went to Trinity University. I did a 4 year degree from there in computer science. And then the day that was my last kind of final year project, Viva presentation, the next day I started working at a company. I started in quality engineering, and a lot of my work was around deployments. At that time, I did that for a year or so, and then I moved on to other companies. I also did my master's from Kennedy University, and my specialization was in business process reengineering, which was initially at that time people would consider ERP development, basically, is what I was doing. So from there, I started working and I did a lot of things. I also taught at a lot of universities. Um, I've taught at FAST University. Right now, I'm teaching at Habib University. So I've taught at a lot of different universities because I wanted to kind of help students also learn things that were happening in the industry and kind of get ahead in their careers in that. So, women's inclusion in tech and women's economic inclusion in Pakistan's economy became kind of like my passion project later in my career around like 2016. And then from there, I have not looked back. I did a lot of work for women in Pakistan and women worldwide also. I have written a lot of, articles, and I've written a book, and uh, I've spoken to like over 300 different events worldwide in different conferences. I've been featured like over 100 times in different magazines. So, the work that I did, a lot of that work that I did for women's empowerment turned into a lot of, um, a lot of recognition for me, but at the same time, a lot of impact for a lot of women in Pakistan. So let's start with this idea because when I talk about this, that I run organizations that help women build their careers in tech, people generally ask that why women? मर्दों को भी तो मुश्किलें होती हैं, लड़कों को भी तो मुश्किलें होती हैं, खवातीन के ऐसे क्या यूनिक चैलेंजेस हैं? एंड खवातीन के यूनिक चैलेंजेस हैं. So in women have a very different set of challenges than men. बहुत सारे challenges तो overlap होते हैं. So अगर पाकिस्तान में jobs कम हैं, तो वो लड़के भी face करेंगे. अगर industry के अंदर अभी layoffs हो रहे हैं, तो वो लड़के भी face करेंगे. But at the same time, women have some extra set of cultural professionals and systematic issues and challenges and barriers that are there, जो कि उनकी progress को stop करते हैं. इसकी एक basic example I'm going to give you that when I graduated from NET 2009, my class had 50 girls and 50 boys. So NET is a pretty gender equal university in the sense that it generally has, other than a few departments, a lot of departments have like equal number of boys and girls. So it was a pretty like gender balanced class, and I really enjoyed my time there with having a lot of people around me. But once I started working, I was the first woman who was hired in that company where I started working. And then in the second organization also, I was the first woman who was hired in an engineering team. So out of those 50 women that were part of my class, hardly 10 of them started working in tech. And then right now, like after 15 years, I think only a few of them are working in tech, and most of them are not working, and some are working, but in different like industries. Somebody's a teacher, somebody's working in marketing, or somebody's running like a home-based business, stuff like that. So a lot of women kind of drop off from tech careers. या तो वो शुरू में जा ही नहीं पाती टेक्नोलॉजी कंपनीज में, या अगर वो जाती हैं so after a few years they have to drop out because they get married, they want to start a family. So and then they are unable to come back. So because tech इतनी तेजी से आगे बढ़ता है that there is a skill gap, there is a um, hard skills, soft skills दोनों का gap create हो जाता है, and they are unable to join. So the cultural challenges that we have generally is social norms and stereotyping. So women are not technical enough, they don't know how to code. They are good with design, they are good with documentation. इस तरह की stereotyping हमारे यहाँ बहुत है. So stereotyping is a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you keep on telling a child that they are stupid, they will start to feel stupid. So if you will keep on telling somebody कि तुम निकम्मे हो, so that child will internalize it, right? Same goes for a lot of these girls and women that you keep on telling them that you're not good enough, so they internalize it कि ये मुझसे नहीं होगा and I'm not good enough. रूरल एरियाज के कल्चरल चैलेंजेस तो बिल्कुल अलग तरह के हैं, लेकिन अर्बन एरियाज के अंदर भी दिस आइडिया दैट अ वुमन कैन हैव अ जॉब और हैव लाइक अ फुल टाइम high paced, high impact career, and then also while having a family, it's something that's not pretty common. A lot of people still think that women should only stay at home and not work. Um, Again, it depends on the circumstances. If some woman chooses to stay at home, it's her choice. But if somebody wants to work, then our culture, our society needs to provide them with the right support so that they are also able to achieve their dreams. There are a lot of professional challenges also. पाकिस्तान के अंदर currently जो gender parity का ratio है, men versus women, वो काफ़ी ख़राब है। जनरली 16 to 21% जो टेक कंपनीज का स्टाफ है वो ख़वातीन होती हैं, मैक्सिमम 21%. And this data is not for engineering teams. This data is for overall teams. So it includes HR, marketing, admin, stuff like that also. So engineering teams के अंदर ख़वातीन का ratio is still pretty on the lower side, around 10 to 15%. देन उसके बाद ये है कि देर आर लॉट ऑफ, जिस तरह से स्टीरियोटाइपिंग कल्चर में होती है उसी तरह प्रोफेशनल एनवायरनमेंट में होती है. सो लीडिंग अ टीम और बीइंग अ मैनेजर और अ आर्किटेक्ट और अ सोल्यूशन आर्किटेक्ट और अ स्टाफ इंजीनियर, जो जितने सीनियर रोल्स हैं उसके लिए जनरली दे डोंट prefer, because in their minds that they won't be able to take that kind of pressure, which is not true, by the way. I know plenty of women, and data भी हमें यही बताता है कि women are generally better at leadership because they are very empathetic, and they also are able to run better teams उसकी वजह से. And then limited access to mentorship, access to a community, access to a network. Women also feel a lot isolated in their professional careers because generally ऐसा होता है कि उनके घरों में नहीं होता कोई, cousins में, sisters में जो same profession के अंदर हो, दोस्तें भी इतनी ज़्यादा नहीं होती जो same profession के अंदर हो. So they feel isolated because they do not have that kind of tribe or network where they can ask for advice and stuff. एंड देन सिस्टमैटिक इश्यूज आपको पता है, डिजिटल लिटरेसी के पाकिस्तान में इश्यूज हैं, इंटरनेट के इश्यूज हैं. अगर ओवरऑल कंट्री की बात करें तो आपको पता है एजुकेशन के इश्यूज हैं. गर्ल्स आर जनरली नॉट सेंट टू स्कूल्स. प्राइवेट यूनिवर्सिटीज़ के अंदर हमने ये भी देखा है कि इफ स्पेशली फॉर मिडिल टू लो इनकम, लोअर मिडिल इनकम फैमिलीज, अगर they have money to send one child to college or a university, they would prefer that the boy goes and the girl stays back. So इस तरह के सिस्टमैटिक इश्यूज भी हैं आपके पास. वर्क प्लेस एनवायरनमेंट के इश्यूज हैं. कंपनीज के अंदर जेंडर सेंसिटिव पॉलिसीज नहीं है. बहुत सारी कंपनीज मैटरनिटी लीव नहीं देती. बहुत सारी कंपनीज जो है वो रिटर्नशिप प्रोग्राम नहीं देती. And when I say maternity leave, I basically mean paternity leave. That leave applies to both men and women. So if a woman gets like 3 months की छुट्टी, 6 months की छुट्टी, 3 months की छुट्टी, then the father also needs to get some time off, at least a month off, to make sure that he's also able to spend time with his family. So ये अच्छी जो डेवलप नेशंस हैं उनमें आपको नजर आएगा कि पेरेंटल लीव्स होती हैं जहाँ पे लोग कंपनी छुट्टी देती हैं. चाइल्ड केयर के अंदर सपोर्ट है, डे केयर सेंटर्स हैं, इस तरह की चीजें सिस्टमैटिकली अवेलेबल नहीं है. सो दैट्स ऑल्सो लाइक अ बिग. So how have I been playing my part in terms of changing those things, because that's what you all wanted to learn और आपने मुझे इसीलिए बुलाया है. So 2016 I was teaching at FAST University, and फास्ट में जो है वो बहुत सारे लड़के थे और बहुत थोड़ी सी लड़कियां थी. आई थिंक 6 or 7 गर्ल्स एंड तकरीबन 50 के करीब बॉयज. And they would never kind of participate in the class conversation, which was weird because for me, if I am in, like, I'm teaching you, then you can also see that there's a woman who's teaching you, so there needs इतना मसला नहीं होना चाहिए communication में. So I wanted to kind of understand, okay, is this me that they don't want to talk to me, or is this something like general, that they are not feeling safe in the classroom, or what is happening? So one day I asked them to stay back, like namaz break ke andar, and I told them that, can you just stay back, and I want to have a chat. And I asked them that what's up, and most of them felt very hopeless about their careers. के उनको अच्छी कंपनीज का नहीं पता, उनको रोल मॉडल्स नहीं पता, उनको नहीं पता कि इंटरव्यू की तैयारी कैसे करनी है. वो मुझे कहने लगी कि लड़कों के दोस्त होते हैं, उनके कजन्स होते हैं, मोहल्ले के दोस्त होते हैं, हम कहाँ जाएं, किससे पूछें, हमें कोई रोल मॉडल भी नहीं पता. उन सब ये सेट के हमें जहाँ पता है कि वो कौन है, आपका पता है क्योंकि आप हमें पढ़ाती हैं, बट वी डोंट नो एनीवन एल्स. So that also kind of gave me this idea that there is a lack of role model, and this is something that we can fix. Because at that time, मुझे भी काम करते हुए काफी 7-8 साल हो गए थे, and I knew a lot of women who were on senior leadership roles in that. So I started a community to basically connect, like students, technology students, with senior women in tech and see what happens. If they can talk to each other, senior women can share advice, they can share interview tips, opportunities, and stuff like that. So we started from there in 2016. It's been nearly like nine years, and the community has now around over 10,000 women. It's a women-only community, and we do a lot of different things for these women: access to conferences, access to events, access to a lot of learning opportunities. We also feature them on our website. We create their digital footprint. We bring a lot of partners on board. We work with companies to get more women hired, stuff like that. तो इस तरह का बहुत सारा काम women in tech करती है. After a couple of years, I co-founded Code Girls with Shamim Rajani and Dr. Hasnain Walji. The idea was to basically see कि बहुत सारी खवातीन जिनको मौका मिल जाता है यूनिवर्सिटी जाने का वो तो पढ़ लेती हैं, लेकिन there are still a lot of smart girls and women who can learn how to code and learn how to work in tech, लेकिन उनके पास opportunity नहीं है कि वो 4 साल की डिग्री पूरी करें. So can we create a program जिसमें वो कोई boot camp के through learning करें and then can we place them in the tech industry. So it's been 7 years since we started Code Girls. We started, I think हमारी पहली classes start हुई थी July 2018 में. So far we have graduated, I think 1,200 women, and more than half of them who wanted to like work in tech are now working in tech. So हमारा जो program है that has placed 65% of the women who were interested in working in tech. And then we have placed them like all over. Companies that work with us are like Contour and Temples, Arbusoft. इस तरह की बहुत सारी organizations हैं that we work with, and we help them with placements. वो हमारे program में पढ़ाने भी आते हैं वहाँ से लोग, and then we also hire them. The program is in Karachi and Skardu and in Cape Town. We also do get a lot of women who already had degrees in tech and now they want to get back into it and they want to do skill building. So this is the kind of work that Code Girls does. And then after a few years, I wanted to kind of see that if we can create, I wanted to create an experiment where we can we create a community-based learning model. जहाँ पर we take like a cohort of women and they go work with each other for like a longer period of time with instructors and with trainers and with a lot of different tech support like remotely. And then can we help them do a pivot in their career? So that pivot could be कि वो घर बैठी हैं and they want to work, or that pivot could be that they are already working somewhere and they want to either get a promotion or get into another industry. So we started Caterpillars was already working at that time for entrepreneurship education में काम करते थे. I joined them in 2021. And the idea was to basically see if we can do career accelerators. So we have done a lot of very well-known career accelerators. I think the most famous is Skills to Income that we ran in 2023 and 2024. So we do a lot of programs around जो हमारा flagship program है वो हम Upwork के साथ partnership में run करते हैं. It's called Caterpillars Freelance Accelerator. हम 8 दफा वो run कर चुके हैं in the past 4-5 years, and the idea is that if you have a skill set, then we will tell you how to sell it via Upwork, Fiverr, and LinkedIn, and a lot of other platforms. So these are like very long programs. Skills to Income was like a year-long program. जो freelance accelerator है, that's like 14 weeks long programs. So these are long programs that run with a pace and run with instructors and success coaches and mentors and like pretty high touch programs that we run. So this is the work that I do. By the way, all of this work that I do is volunteer work. This is not what makes me money. This is something that I do as a volunteer, founder, and co-founder, just because I want to make sure that the kind of opportunities tech has given me, it gives it to other people also. So let's talk a little bit about current trends and opportunities. So opportunities, अच्छा, right now is the market is in a state of flux. आप लोगों ने बहुत सुना होगा कि job displacement हो रही है, AI is going to take people's jobs and this and that. So let me tell you something. This phase, this trend that you're seeing, ये एक बिल्कुल जो है वो एक उसमें चलता है, एक वेव की तरह चलता है. So there are highs and there are lows. आपने हाई भी देखा था. आप लोग उस वक्त मेरा ख्याल है यूनिवर्सिटी में नहीं होंगे, लेकिन जब कोविड आया था तो it was a high. We were at the highest trend. There were a lot of remote opportunities. People were getting like multiple promotions and there were like multiple job offers waiting for everybody, and it was like everybody was very hunky dory. But when the when that passed away, जो पेंडेमिक चला गया हमारा, उसके बाद जब मार्केट ने अपने आप को रीएडजस्ट किया तो हमने देखा कि अपॉर्चुनिटीज का मसला है. एंड राइट नाउ वी आर इन द फेज ऑफ slump, and this slump is also pretty disruptive because of a lot of AI tools coming pretty quickly. So what you need to focus on is what you need is to make sure that you are able to keep up with what's happening in the market. So not from people's mouths, like not from me कि मैंने आपको बता दिया कि जी अभी ये हो रहा है. You need to be able to subscribe to different magazines, different online kind of blogs and different things, video content उस तरह का, just to keep yourself up to dated with what is happening in the market space. Because अगले 1 2 साल 3 साल के अंदर आप लोगों ने भी market के अंदर enter होना है, and you will find it pretty different from what it is today. But you need to be able to map the journey of the market to know कि आप कहाँ stand करते हैं. Right now जो opportunities हमें नजर आ रही हैं वो बहुत सारी AI के अंदर नजर आ रही हैं, because AI is the hottest thing that is there. हमारे पास AI automation के experts हैं जिनकी बहुत ज़रूरत है, because companies are using multiple AI tools to automate their processes. Make.com की तरह या Zapier के experts हैं. A lot of companies are also hiring for people who can basically become a bridge between different their tools. So they are using different tools for different things, and they need a bridge who can connect those things also. So इस तरह के roles बहुत सारे available हैं. Product development के अंदर बहुत सारे हैं, especially AI product management के अंदर, AR VR के अंदर there is a lot of need for specific तरह के data engineers. So अब वो report generate करने वाले काम या बहुत सारे data cleaning वाले काम AI can do, but you still need people on the strategic positions that that are there. आप लोगों के लिए एक और मुश्किल ये होगी कि when you will get into the market, theoretical knowledge will not be enough at that time. So a lot of you will be needed to basically have a lot of hands-on experience. उसके बारे में भी हम थोड़ी सी बात करेंगे कि वो कैसे हो सकता है. Then उसके बाद हमारे पास ये भी एक ट्रेंड चेंज हुआ है कि from fully remote opportunities, we are seeing that local companies are now have moved towards hybrid model, and that has also happened outside of Pakistan. So अगर आपको जो remote opportunities नजर भी आ रहे हैं, उनका नंबर लिमिटेड है, वो उतने ज्यादा नहीं है जितनी आज से 3 साल पहले थी. एक और चीज जो चेंज हुई है वो ये हुई है कि बहुत सारी इमर्जिंग मार्केट्स के अंदर भी शिफ्ट आया है. सो इंडिया के अंदर बहुत शिफ्ट आया है, फिलीपींस, वियतनाम, यूक्रेन, दुनिया में अभी जो 2 एक्टिव वॉर्स चल रही हैं, 3 एक्टिव वॉर्स चल रही हैं टेक्निकली. सो वो उस फ्लक्स की वजह से भी जो है वो चीजें चेंज हो रही हैं. पाकिस्तान के टेक लैंडस्केप में वी आर स्टिल मेकिंग वेरी गुड मनी, एंड वी आर ऑन द वे टुवर्ड्स ग्रोथ अभी भी. लेकिन जो इंडिविजुअल्स हैं दे आर स्टिल फेसिंग अ लॉट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स बिकॉज ऑफ दिस मार्केट चेंज. एक जमाना था 3 4 साल पहले हम कहते थे कि वी नीड टू फाइंड अ स्पेशलिस्ट हु कैन डू इट. Right now, because of AI and because AI can do a lot of things and it can take a lot of legwork for you, so companies are now looking for journalists. Journalists वो लोग होते हैं जो कि एक वक्त में बहुत सारे काम कर सकते हैं. अगर आपको इसकी एग्जाम्पल देखनी है तो just go to a freelancing platform, go to LinkedIn, see a job opportunity. You will see, for example, that if they are looking for somebody to doing digital communication, they will also need that person to be able to know how to design, how to do social media, how to run ads, how to create communication strategies, how to use tools for those communication strategies, stuff like that. अगर आप प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर देखेंगे तो वो प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर जो है वो सिर्फ प्रोडक्ट मैनेजमेंट नहीं कर रहा होगा, वो प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट भी कर रहा होगा, वो प्रोटोटाइपिंग भी कर रहा होगा, वो यूएक्स पे भी काम कर रहा होगा, एंड सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ. So you will see that a lot of roles have merged because of that. So you need to be somebody who knows different things. Basically, this is what I mean to say. So let's talk a little bit about Pakistan's digital future. Government of Pakistan is pretty interested right now in this sector. पाकिस्तान का एक डिजिटल नेशन पाकिस्तान एक्ट है जो अभी पास हुआ है. इसके अलावा एक एआई पॉलिसी है जो गवर्नमेंट ने बनाई है, वो सेनेट में पास हुई है या होने वाली है. It's in the works. So they are really interested in capitalizing on this and training people on this. हमने ये भी देखा है कि 11 महीने का जो पीरियड था फ्रॉम जुलाई 2024 to May 2025, हमने तकरीबन nearly 30% का इंक्रीज देखा है in just software exports. So Pakistan has gone towards an upper trajectory उसके अंदर. जो ओवरऑल हमारे पास IT enabled services हैं, which includes BPOs, call centers, ये सारा, इसके अंदर भी तकरीबन हमने काफी 30% का इंक्रीज दिखा है. तो तकरीबन इट्स अराउंड $3.5 बिलियन इतने पैसे पाकिस्तान ने कमाए हैं उससे. So that tells you that we are on the upper trajectory, still in that turbulent environment. So ऐसा नहीं है कि जॉब्स डिसअपियर हो गई हैं या कोई काम नहीं है या आप जब आएंगे तो कोई काम नहीं होगा, ऐसा नहीं है. But we are seeing that the market is in flux, and when things change, so instead of resisting change, we have to ride the wave. Basically, this is what we need to. And then last kind of thing that I wanted to talk about, because Zainab ne mujhse kaha tha ki if there is an advice that I want to give to you guys, and importance of communities also. So let me tell you a secret. ये मैंने शुरू में भी आपसे बात की. Not every career is on the straight, is like a direct, straight linear path. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to go to a company and stick there for 10 years. You don't have to pick a skill set and stick to that for 15 years. You need to do things that A, you are interested in, B, you can learn and be good at, and 3, you are able to make money out. So जो आपका गिविंग बैक वाला काम है, the kind of work that I do in impact, it doesn't make me money, but tech makes me money. So I don't care about that if it doesn't make me money. लेकिन वो भी एक skill set है that I have acquired in the past like 7 to 9 years. So the idea for all of you would be to understand कि ये पुराने जिस तरह से आज से 20 साल पहले 25 साल पहले करियर्स होते थे, अब ये उस तरह नहीं है. Things have changed. दूसरी चीज ये है कि अब उस आइसोलेशन से हमें बाहर निकलना है. ये आइडिया के क्लास जैसे यूनिवर्सिटी कॉलेजेस में इफ आई रिमेम्बर करेक्टली बड़ा कंपटीशन होता था ना, किसके ज्यादा नंबर आए हैं, क्या है ये वो. दीज थिंग्स आर नॉट गोइंग टू मैटर व्हेन यू गो टू वर्क. जनरली कंपनीज में क्या होता है, वो देखते हैं कि आपका एप्टीट्यूड टेस्ट, जो भी उनका रिक्रूटमेंट टेस्ट होता है, आपने वो क्लियर किया हो, आप इंटरव्यू में अच्छे हो, आपके पास एक पोर्टफोलियो हो, जीपीए कोई 2.8 या 3 के अराउंड या उससे ऊपर हो, इस तरह से. दे डोंट केयर इंडिविजुअल असाइनमेंट्स में आपके कितने नंबर हैं, क्या चीजें हैं. सो जब आप वर्क प्लेस पे जाते हैं, सो मोस्ट ऑफ यू विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम लाइक डिफरेंट प्लेसेस, लेकिन you will see that people who get ahead in their careers are people who really enjoy doing their work, and they don't keep themselves isolated. So I would recommend you that you need to find a tribe, find a bunch of friends, find people, find mentors, people who would want to see you succeed, and you need that kind of network around you to keep yourself motivated. दूसरा आपने करना है कि you have to put yourself out there. Make sure that you have a good LinkedIn profile. You don't have to like make a lot of content, ChatGPT से कि आप हर हफ्ते कुछ लिख रहे हैं, हर रोज कुछ लिख रहे हैं, उसकी जरूरत नहीं है. But make sure that you're present. Make sure that you're part of Stack Overflow की community. Make sure you're part of GitHub की communities. Make sure you're part of open source software की communities. So be active in those communities, because this is how you get ahead. The person who knows people and people know them and trust that person and like them is the person who you will see really get ahead in their career, because शायद 40% आपकी टेक्निकल स्किल्स मैटर करती हैं, 60% आपकी पीपल स्किल मैटर करती हैं अभी भी. So this is what you need to do. If you ask me to kind of summarize it in a few lines, number one is that you need to build a strong technical foundation. Do your best in your university, do best in your coding वाले assignments, project वाले assignments. Make sure कि उनको polish करें, उनको portfolio में बना के डाल के रखें, ताकि वो अपनी CV में include करें, recruiters को भेजें, वो portfolio mentors के साथ share करें कि this is what I've made, do you have any advice for me? Ask people to critique on it professionally. That would be a great learning experience. Number two, embrace continuous learning and upskilling. While you are at university doing your courses, make sure that you're part of other communities and activities also, and you're learning from that also. जब मैं university में थी, I think my saving grace and my ability to find like a lot of work and then become like a top freelancer from Pakistan, because I'm like top 1% of talent on Upwork also. I do a lot of work there. Um, is because of that I was open to learn a lot of things. I was part of a lot of communities. I would like learn a lot of things, random things online. I was interested in reading. I was interested in doing a lot of things. So make sure that you build like a learning ecosystem around you. Leverage mentorship and networking. There are a lot of communities available. Pakistani women in computing, Meri community of women in tech PK. There are then there is Pakistani women in engineering, Pakistani women in energy. There are a lot of communities. अगर आपके नहीं है women in cyber security नहीं है, for example, make one for yourself. Build a community around that. Who's stopping you? And then make sure that you have mentors available around you. Write it's very easy to find a mentor. Trust me. Pick a few profiles on LinkedIn, people that you think can mentor you and support you and who are subject matter experts हैं या वैसे experts हैं, and then write a very nice message to them on LinkedIn. Introduce yourself, let them know what your ask is. Generally जो हम, because I do a lot of cold outreach, I can tell you कि 10% ratio होता है of people responding to you. So if you write to like 10 people, at least one you will find one mentor. And writing to 10 people is not that difficult. So find yourself a mentor, reach out to people. People are generally good and they would want to help. Trust me on that. And then last is that there are a lot of government and private programs available. कोड गर्ल्स का मैंने आपको बताया, हम साइबर सिक्योरिटी का एक प्रोग्राम रन कर रहे हैं with secure beams. We also do a lot of like programs. These are free programs, all of them, but they require a lot of time commitment. तो वो आपको देखना पड़ेगा studies के साथ, it makes sense. Then government के program है, कामयाब जवान है, there is teaching skills है. You will see a lot of different programs happening. Tech Karo का program है, Atom Camp है, Institute of Emerging Careers है. There are a lot of organizations. So find something, find these programs and see if you can do them on the side while you are studying, so that you are able to get, a step ahead in your career. And I would want all of you, जैसे मेरे साथ था कि when I graduated, उससे पहले I was aligned, I had a job aligned. So I would want that same for you guys, that before you even graduate, you have like work aligned for yourself and you are able to just quickly start working something. So that's about it. Thank you so much. I think we are just almost about time. I'm here till the end of the hour. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. And you can find me on LinkedIn. You can take a look at my website. Over to you, Zainab.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for those powerful and inspiring words. If anyone of the attendees want to ask you any question, leave in a comment, please. And as we come to the end of the session, I would like to sincerely thank Ms. Faiza Yusuf for taking the time and joining us today, sharing her inspiring journey and motivating all of us with her valuable words and the experiences. Your thoughts and not only open our minds but also have encouraged us to trying this for success in our own paths. The passion, the dedication, and the hard work you have shown are a strong reminder with the determination nothing is impossible. On behalf of our whole team, IEEE